episode 13. It's another episode of Cocktail. That was my Muppet show. What's wrong?
Just making sure I was filming with the camera up right side up.
Are you good?
Yep.
Woo! Here we are, season 4, episode 13. It is National Chocolate Mousse Day.
I guess
That's all I got.
I should white chocolate mousse. That's Melly, if nobody has known. That's Melly. Hi, Melly.
Ready for a cocktail?
It's
a martini day. It's been a lot of things today. But right now, it's cocktail time. Blue Monkey Quarantine, the only business is monkey business. Folks, are you ready for this? I got your chocolate mousse cocktail. We're doing a chocolate fizz. Tell you all about it. Come on in. Let's go do this. Because it's another great night. It's a Sunday. It's a Blue Monkey Quarantine kind of day. Yes, here we are. It's National Chocolate Mousse Day. Paul, will you ever run out of cocktails? How do you do it? Folks, they're out there. There's thousands of cocktails, and we haven't even begun to get into just the made-up stupid stuff, which I think I get another year out of just made-up stuff. Are we live? Are we working?
We are on several channels. Holy crap.
Folks, we're YouTube, we're Twitch, we're Facebook, whatever you want, we're there. We are more than you could ever need, more than you could ever want. But anyway, yeah, National Chocolate Mousse Day. Shelby, if I asked you, when do you think chocolate mousse became available, how far back would you go?
Wait, what?
How far back do you think chocolate mousse goes?
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite dessert on the planet. So I'm going to say since, I don't know, the dawn of all things that are good. The Renaissance.
Renaissance. If the Renaissance happened in 1892,
no,
then you're correct.
Nope.
So 1892 is when we can track the first chocolate mousse recipe. Now, if we really want to get credit to the mousse, though, there's one woman who did it.
Of course it's a woman.
Who was it?
I have Julia.
Julia Childs. Julia. She's credited with making the best mousse ever. Now, sadly, there is actually no chocolate mousse cocktail out there. That's not a thing. Pause while I have my dirty martini.
We're going sweet and savory.
Yeah. So, but what there is the chocolate fizz. Yes, the chocolate fizz. Paul, what is a fizz? We've done before. But a fizz is any spirit, liquor, alcohol, whatever, plus some citrus, so lime, lemon typically, and then some carbonated water. Now that's the basic fizz. They're coming to you from about the same time as the chocolate mousse, which makes this just fantastic tie to history. 1887. Jerry Thomas, we've talked about Jerry Thomas, Blue Blazer, right? Rats on his shoulder, we know who he is. And he wrote a book. Well, he wrote several cocktail books, but one was called The Bartender's Guide. And that, again, 1887 was the first time we see a recipe for the fizz. Now, if you want to go to New Orleans in about 1915, that is where we have our most famous fizz recipe. And in fact, it was from Harry Ramis. And it's the Ramis famous gin fizz. Yeah. How famous was it? It was famous. I mean, it's got it in its name. One of the funny things about that recipe is that he said that you had to shake it for 12 to 15 minutes. We did a show on this. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, because didn't he hire young ones to shake his...
Shaker Boys.
Yeah, Shaker Boys.
Boys. He would hire about 35 Shaker Boys, and they did this because they would shake it for 12 to 15 minutes. And they would shake
it like it's hot. And
then it would pass it on to the next guy. 35 of them. Pass it on. Shake, pass it on. Shake, pass it on. Imagine. Anyway, Paul, for God's sakes, do we have a cocktail or not? Yes, we have a cocktail. We have the chocolate mousse, chocolate fizz cocktail. Now, mousse is actually a French word.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what it means? It means foam.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
That never factored into the...
I'm teaching.
9 years of French I had.
Well, you got to go to the cocktail version of French class with the quarantine cocktail show. Anyway, so the actual Fizz recipe is basically 2 parts of any liqueur spirit, 1 part simple syrup, so there is some sugar in it, 1 part citrus, we're going to go lime tonight, and then 2 parts of a club soda. And then there's one more thing. There's one more thing, Alan, I'm talking to you, because if you're going to get the foam, egg white.
He's already out.
You're out, I know, but I'm telling you, the egg white makes the foam. And matter of fact, Julia Childs, the reason she had the best mousse is she was one of the first ones who separated the eggs into the egg white throughout the egg yolk to make her mousse. And that's what got the...
Well, that's how you make a good meringue. So.
And that's how you make a good fizz. And here we go. Paul, let's make it. All right.
Alan says no.
All right. So, step 1, have a sip of your dirty martini. You want olive?
Let's go in for an olive.
Going in for an olive.
Come on.
Blue cheese stuffed. I know. Everybody's like, Jesus, Paul, just make a cocktail. Hey, I got a cocktail. Hold on.
It's a ceremony for us.
All right. Now, empty glass. That's because we're going to do the dry shake. Sorry,
we get our split can back somehow.
Any black rum, 2 ounces. Remember, no ice. And that is because the ice
dry shake
will actually make it harder to get a good foam off of your egg white. Then, white chocolate liqueur. So chocolate liqueur, for God's sakes, Paul, finish your olive. I'm trying. It's a big olive.
Only the best that BFM can make.
Boom. All right. So chocolate liqueur has been around since like the 1600s. But everybody knows it now as Godiva.
But where? From like
all over France. So France actually, not only the chocolate liqueur, there's actually records of a chocolate wine that they used to make.
Oh, interesting.
And then somehow white chocolate, if you're ever curious, they actually separate the cocoa from the fats. So you end up with all the pure white, the fats, and that's how you get white chocolate.
And they also say that white chocolate's not technically chocolate.
You heard it here, folks.
However, it's my favorite chocolate.
So we're going to go 1 ounce here, 2 total.
Oh, that makes me... I can't wait. Look at that.
That was a good tall pour.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, there you go. So that was 2, 1 and 1. Then we're going to come in with...
It's going to visit my coffee, I think.
Simple syrup, 1 ounce, 2 total.
That's pretty, too. Look at you getting all fancy.
What is this? That's not bad for a couple, whatchamacallits, martinis.
No, we haven't.
We've
had a beer day.
We'd have a beer day. Then, egg whites. Yes, Alan, I'm talking to you. We're going to egg white. So, get a glass. Oh, delicious. That is the secret right there. Then that goes in there. Bloop. That goes in there, off to the side. And then lime juice. So
how this works, I don't know.
So you need the lime juice, you need the citrus, and that acidic is actually what makes the egg white actually burst.
Oh, really? Because I feel like that would curdle it.
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll find out.
No, I think it may curdle the yolk.
And then we're going to go, again, 1 ounce each. So we need 2 ounces total, which I've got these little sad limes.
They're not sad.
Yeah, they're not happy.
They're old limes. They're tired.
They're tired.
We're putting them to work. We're retiring them.
There you go. So there you go. There is all your stuff. Oh, we're fine. Let me get the lot. Look. All right. Anyway, there it is. Now, here's the great part. You coming in, dry shake. Folks, I'm not going to lie. The last time I did a dry shake, I was about to tell you that an egg white, when you shake it, expands up to 8 times. And sometimes it'll explode. And guess what? It exploded. Then I read another article recently that said anytime you do a dry shake, you should wrap it with a towel because chances are it's going to leak. So we're going to try this. So dry shake, no ice.
Not our fancy dish towels.
No.
Bar towels. We don't have bar towels.
So you want to go about 30 seconds.
That's a long time. Should I set a timer? That's
No.
not 30 seconds. You know that?
No?
No.
What was it?
10.
Oh, jeez.
One
Leave it to a man to tell you what 30 seconds is.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try again.
Let's try 15.
And remember, you want the glass to face away from your customers. I don't have customers here, but... All right, we're going to call that good.
Right.
Then we're going to come in.
Just so you know, it's still not 30 seconds.
Now, we come in with our ice.
How long?
Still, this isn't a famous gin fizz.
But how long are you supposed to take it?
Huh?
How long are you trying to take it?
Oh, no, this is just to get it cold. So we're good. There it is, folks. Then what we're doing is we're coming in.
Oh, that smells good.
All right.
Great emergency.
Huh? We're gonna garnish with it. And then in a nice tall glass.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Now you're leaving the room.
That's yours.
And then
That's yours.
carbonated water. There it is, folks. Now, we need a garnish. 2 garnishes. 1, oh, wow. Right? A little emergency orange. Because you can't have a fizz without emergency. Emergency, the backbone of fizzes since 1898. All right, throw that away. And then we're going to garnish it with a little orange. Because chocolate and orange goes well together, I believe.
It does.
So we're going to do that. We're going to do this. What do you think?
Delicious.
All right. Oh, look at that.
That's pretty.
Right? Folks, there it is. That is... Now, I don't know if you can... Is the camera going to pick this up? But
Yeah, it's leaking over the side. That's.
oh, yeah, that's perfect. Because what we're trying to do is show... You can see a little separation.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. See?
There we go.
See that foam? Look at that. Look at the foam on that. That is a mousse. I made a mousse that's gone over the top. Julia Childs would kick back. Julia Childs would kick back.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
And drink this with me. Paul, is it good?
You know it is.
Folks, I love that you always question me on how good it is, but... Oh!
New favorite?
So, it feels like a mousse. That top layer, oh my God, it is absolutely, possibly a top 5 cocktail.
Oh, we're going to have more than that one, huh?
Possibly a top 5. Folks, there it is. That is your chocolate fizz for National Chocolate Mousse Day. Now, some people would say, Paul, I feel like you just did this cocktail. And what you're thinking about is the egg cream cocktail we did probably just about a month ago, right?
No, it was last season.
I'm being told by my producer it was actually months ago. But since I drink all the time, I can't keep track of time anymore. And I did do an egg cream cocktail, which is basically milk, chocolate powder, and bourbon and carbonated water. And that is an egg cream. That is a very different cocktail. It's not a fizz. There is neither egg nor cream in it. Folks, we got egg in this one. My God, it is delicious.
Would this be the one cocktail that you would say Ellen could probably cross the line for?
Oh, God, that's good. I mean, that is... Folks, You heard it here first. Possibly the best chocolate mousse cocktail ever made in the world. I'm claiming it. Folks, there it is.
It's made with good diva, so.
Yeah, it's got to be good. Right here, folks. Cheers. Sorry to keep you so long, but welcome. Boop.
Boop.
There it is. We will see you next Sunday. Oh, why we have windows popping up.
It does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Folks, we'll see you next Sunday. Love you. Love your show. That's what you say to me. And we'll see you next week. Cheers. We're out.
See you next week.